With the impending demolition of the Pink House in Newburyport, Massachusetts, I wanted to share the local lore of this home before it's too late. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service plans on demolishing the Pink House by the end of 2024 after undermining an agreement with Support the Pink House organization. Now, time to get into the lore. According to town legend, the Newburyport Pink House was built as a spite house during a couple's divorce in the 1920s. As part of the settlement, the wife insisted that her husband built an exact replica of the family home for her. However, she didn't specify where it should be located. Taking advantage of this oversight, her soon-to-be ex-husband agreed to the terms and constructed the house identical to the one they shared, what could have been a kind gesture turned into a spiteful act as he deliberately chose to build the house on an isolated salt marsh where the plumbing would be hooked up to use salt water instead of fresh water, rendering the house uninhabitable. Now here's the actual history of the home. The Cutter family, well known in Newburyport for their businesses, including a cafe on Inn Street and the Fern Shoe Company, purchased the land where the Pink House now stands in 1925. After Gertrude Cutter's husband passed away, she had the house built for her son Harry, his wife Ruth, and their young son. The family moved in that November, but within weeks, Ruth left, citing abandonment of her husband and the house's poor conditions. Ruth claimed that Harry often left her alone with little money and a child in a house with no proper plumbing and a flooded basement. Meanwhile, Harry admitted to gallivanting off with another woman, though he denied any wrongdoing. Their marriage officially ended years later and Harry remarried, leaving the Pink House behind, and the Cutlers would eventually sell the house in 1947. Despite the Pink House's lore, its history, or even the community that so beloves it, the Pink House is an example of untouched 1920s architecture with a full potential of restoration. And I just want you to ask yourself one thing. Why does the Fish and Wildlife Service want this house gone so bad? This one piece of property that could be used to serve a community, while a road and multi-million-dollar houses sit just across the street in the same exact salt marsh. While people in town might be disappointed, I'm sure the houses across the street will enjoy their new, unobstructed view.